Choose freedom, choose adventure, choose leisure.
Hi campers, welcome back to the Choose Leisure Motorhome channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Dawn.
And we are your dedicated handover technicians down here at Choose Leisure in Canterbury, Kent. So Dawn, what have we got behind us today?
We've got this really lovely Hillside. It's a Birchover Classic 110. It's on a manual gearbox and it is in this really nice bay leaf green.
Love this colour. Hopefully on the camera it's going to be popping out as well as it does in the flesh because this is a beautiful colour. So we're going to give you all the information and details on the Hillside. So follow us just now. Here on the passenger side of the Hillside, if I'm going to open both doors for you so you can see what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to spin the seat. On the inside of the passenger seat, and in actual fact on the driver's seat as well, there's a big lever. You'll feel it. It's got like a little finger hole so you can grab hold of it. That slides the seat backwards and forwards. I find sliding the seat forward makes it a little easier to spin it. Also, I find tilting the back of the seat as well makes it a little easier, not bashing the side of the van. If you come into the centre of the seat, and you'll see it when we spin it around, there's a lever that I'm going to pull forward, and that just spins the seat as easily as that. And looking at it from the other side, it's this lever in the centre of the seat that you pull it forward and then you can release the seat and spins around.
Oh, nice and easy. And that opens up the living space. Look at that.
Yeah, you haven't got a set of, well, the backs of the chairs, it's almost like having a leather wall in front of you. When you've got the seat spun like that, it's a real game changer. Just opens out, almost doubles your size. It's brilliant. So while we've got the doors open, just to let you know that there is a locking panel on your diesel filler point and the AdBlue's underneath there. It's this little tang here. So when the door's closed, you can't open the panel. So open them up. They've got your diesel and the AdBlue.
So again, it's good for Euro 6, good for Euros. It's good for all your emissions and the environment, because you've got the AdBlue on there as well.
I'm just going to close that up and close the sliding door. So follow me down, Dawn, because we have on the corner of the van here a freshwater drain. So that'll be how you drain your freshwater tank. There's a spare wheel up underneath the van as well, which is great.
Is it a space saver wheel, Mark? Or
no, full size steel wheel. So it's a great size wheel. Nuts underneath there, or bolts underneath there, which lowers the frame down to get the wheel out. And if we look inside the boot, we do have our jack and wheel brace, which are actually bolted to the rear wheel arch there. So that's in place, which is brilliant. Coming around the back of the van, Dawn, we have two areas I'd like to show you. We were talking about your freshwater drain, which is on that passenger side. On the driver's side here, at the rear of the van, we have the freshwater filler point.
Yep.
So that'd be how you fill your freshwater tank. Just below that, we have our mains hookup point as well.
I'll tell you what, Mark, I really love the colour of this van. I know I'm biased anyway, but with those black alloys, I mean, that makes it sing, doesn't it?
I like as well, which I haven't seen on many of these vans, I like this protection bar on the bottom as well. And this kind of black protection bar, which is just fabulous. While I'm down here, I've got the grey drain here. So
it's got a waste tank as well.
Yep, so that's the waste drain for you there.
Well, that's unusual, isn't it, for a VW? Because they don't normally have waste tanks, they normally come straight out.
A van this size, it's great. Instead of having just pouring out onto the floor, you can catch it and deposit it in an appropriate position. We also have an exhaust for the diesel heater. So when you have the diesel heater on, you'll have the exhaust coming out of there. So just something to be aware of. Inside the driver's door, we have our bonnet release just down here underneath the fascia there. Tyre pressures are there if you want to keep an eye on your tyre pressures. Moving around underneath the bonnet, we have our secondary release, which is actually on the bottom of the bonnet. And then we're into our engine bay. Like most modern engines, absolutely fabulous. We've got our windscreen wash there, radiator coolant, clutch and brake fluid, oil filler point, a dipstick on this van, which I like. I do like a dipstick. And then the engine battery is just there.
So here we are on the interior, and I just want to go through some points that not all VWs come with.
All the convenience that you get with a camper van.
Well, yeah, with a Hillside specifically. So just in this cupboard underneath the bench, you get a porta potty, because not all VWs come with porta potties, and of course you can buy them and we sell them here, but with Hillside, you get them as standard.
And essential for camping.
Oh.
If you want any kind of convenience, essential for camping.
When you get fed up with the bush and that's your next best option.
Absolutely.
Just saying. And then just underneath here, this is actually a door that opens up. There's a catch to one side.
Nice swing door, which will lift off as well, should you want it to. But
yeah, but if you don't lift it off, you've actually got 3 nice shelves in there for storage.
Handy.
And it does give you a little bit of extra work surface space.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. You've got a 12-volt compressor fridge. Okay, 50 litres.
50 litre? 50 litre fridge.
Litres. And a little ice cube box as well.
Yeah.
Perfect for the G&T.
Absolutely. Now you're talking my language, Dawn.
Yeah. What I didn't realise before is actually that's magnetic, so it stays up. That's quite clever, isn't it?
Yeah, really.
Okay. And you've also got a little grill. So if you want some toast or cheese on toast.
Yeah, ideal. The other thing with the fridge as well, like most fridges, they will go slightly damp, you know, the condensation when you're using them. So after every camping trip, just give them a dry out and maybe just leave that door ajar a little bit so we won't get any mould, won't go smelly.
Yeah. I think actually if you leave that catch kind of open, then it will stay open.
Just rest it for you. Oh,
yeah.
Brilliant.
Which is quite cool as well. So what we'll do now is we're going to bring you in and give you a better kind of look of the kitchen.
Get the kitchen in more detail.
Yeah.
So on the kitchen top here, there is a Dometic 2 burner hob and a nice size, actually quite generous for this size van, generous sink as well with a hot and cold running tap. Moving down the kitchen top on the side of the wardrobe, we've got the control panel. And there is an isolation switch on the fridge here. So if you're ever worried about leaving the fridge on, you could actually just flip it up and turn the fridge off, turn the supply off to the fridge. We've got a light switch, a pump, and we can see the state of charge of our batteries. We've got 2 230 mains plugs and a 12-volt supply as well for any 12-volt appliance that you need to use.
Yeah, that's quite cool as well, because I mean, looking at that space, actually, you could put a TV or something in if you had a 12-volt telly that you wanted to just put in so you can watch the news or
12-volt toaster, although I do like it done under the grill. I like toast under the grill. When you are travelling, do drop down your glass lids. Just drop them down just for safety. And then you've got an opening window as well, which is
that's quite cool actually.
Well.
So if you are cooking and there's a bit of, you know, with the burners,
steam or smoke in my case.
Are you trying to suggest that you burn water, Mark?
I am not very good at the old domestics. Yeah, and then of course with the window open, you can still have your privacy because you've got that lovely blind, still some fresh air coming in. It's great.
Yeah, with your fly screen, stop anything. If you have got your window open and you're cooking, obviously you want your fly screen, stop anything kind of landing on you.
Underneath this beautiful kitchen top, we've got a series of cupboards as well. Underneath the sink, we've got 2 gas taps as well, 2 gas isolation taps, so you can actually isolate your appliances. You shouldn't really need too much to turn the gas bottle off, but it gives you the opportunity. There are some blackout blinds in there as well for the front screen.
Is that for the front cab then?
Yeah, that's and they're blackout as well, so you can't see through, so it gives you the privacy. In the second cupboard here, right by the rear seats, you've got the trip consumer unit over in the corner there for your mains coming in. There's an electric switch to turn on your water heater once you've got it primed up, of course, and some habitation fuses as well. You've got the convenience of a really nice little table as well. So behind here, we've got the clip, which you can slide out, popping it out the way there.
This is on the side of the fridge, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah, just down behind the driver's door.
Oh, it tucks away really nicely, actually.
Yeah, pop him in, take the little cap out of the receiver in the floor, pop him into there like that.
It's just a little pedestal type table.
You can pop the top on, and there you go.
Yeah, that's really nice as well, isn't it? It's a nice finish.
Well spin as well, so
brilliant.
Doesn't quite reach the seats, but for 2 people in the back here, nice cup of coffee.
Yeah,
fantastic.
If you're eating a meal or something, lovely.
So here we are, campers, inside this lovely Volkswagen, and I'm just going to make the bed up for you. So I'm going to pull up the base or the first section of the rear seat here to make one part of the bed. So there's a lever down on this side. Push him in away from you, and I'm going to slide it around like that. It will lock in any position you put it in, but you'd need to push that down just to bring it all the way around.
So this is where you need Mr. Pickle's arms, the really long arms, in order to move the seat.
Absolutely, you do. Try and get it as nice and level as possible. Now, top tip, when you release the middle section of the bed, we found by pulling the seat belts away from the rear of the seat, it gives you that bit of slack. So you don't drop the middle section down and the inertia wheels lock up. We found it to be a good practice. So lift the bar, the release bar, that will then drop down in position like that. You've got the slack on the belts. You won't get the inertia wheels locking for you. And you've got a perfect size bed there. And that's brilliant. How long did that take? 30 seconds or something?
Yeah, and it's nice and flat as well.
It's great.
It
Actually, I
doesn't...
could drop that a little bit just to make that a little bit flatter, like that, nice and vertical. But
Yeah, it doesn't come across on the video, but it's actually quite thick and spongy, isn't it? That bed. So
these, well, considering
I mean,
these are the
most people
rear,
put toppers on anyway, but it's not thin or...
exactly. And considering this is just the rear or the back part of the seat, they've really thought this through and got a nice, soft,
Yeah.
spongy, comfortable place to be on. But again, like you say, with a topper, it'd be perfect.
Here we go, campers. This is the angle from the rear of the vehicle. As you can see, the bed is all made up. But I just wanted to show you, because it was difficult to see from the front, but this piece here is the back of the bed, and it does actually adjust as well. So there's a lever to one side that you can push that down and kind of angle it up if you want. So if you're sitting in bed with a cup of tea or reading a book or something.
That'd be really cosy.
Yeah,
under the
nice.
duvet on a snowy morning. Yeah, with a cup of coffee on the kitchen top. Right.
So you can put that down. You can adjust it any angle you want. And while it's at that angle, actually, you can see you've got your gas locker here. So the gas locker will
As a camping gas.
Yeah, it takes a small camping gas bottle. But all that basically runs is your hob, isn't it? Your hob, and there's a little grill.
Yeah.
So
that will last you forever because you're just going to be using it for a bit of cooking.
yeah, if you're going to make a cup of tea or something like that. If I come round this side, just close that back up. And then you've got your external shower hose, which connects in here.
Both hot and cold, Dawn, which is I like. Me and
We
cold
know
water
how you
bathing.
feel about cold showers, Mark. Yeah, you've told us before. So yeah, just plug that in there like that, and then you've got a trigger on the end. So if you're just kind of washing off your feet or something, 'cause you've been swimming on your beach or something,
sandy feet.
yeah, or if you've got a dog that needs hosing down because he's got in a muddy puddle.
Yeah, if it's anything like my one.
Right, and while we're at this angle, I suppose we could show everyone how to put the bed back
Yeah,
up.
let's put it back together. Yeah, so okie dokie. So I'm going to grab the middle section, and I'm just going to lift it up like that, sliding back up to the position. You hear it lock in. You can, if you're going to use the 4 seat belts, pull the bottom of the seat belts up and lift them over the rear cushion. I'm going to leave them in place for the moment. I'm going to release the trigger on the side again, and then just drop the bottom part of the seat, and then you're good to go.
So it's basically doing the reverse of what you did earlier, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and
so when you put that seat back up, you still have to have the trigger in place, don't you? So you still need to have your Mr. Tickle arms.
Absolutely, to lock him in position. Yeah.
Well, with this back piece as well, you can do the same thing. So in actual fact, this works the same way as the other piece, doesn't it?
Yep.
So you push that, leave that down. If you needed more boot space, because you've got something bulkier to go in the back, you can actually lift that up so you get more space. Or if you lift it down halfway as it was a second ago, that will allow you to kind of have like a parcel shelf.
Just wedge something in there.
And there we have it.
Yeah. On the passenger side rather, rear wheel arch, there is a jack and your sort of emergency kit just underneath there, your wheel braces there. Got a spare wheel up underneath the van, which is all good. Looking at the water heater, towards the rear of the van, there's a little black lever which will actually drain the boiler down for you. So if you lift it up, that would winterize the boiler by draining the water out of it. On the other end, there's a digital display, and you can actually adjust the temperature. So it shows you the temperature of the water inside the boiler, and you can turn that up and down, adjust it to whatever you feel comfortable with.
So I'm just going to show you the pop top or the drop down bed. So if I pull this down, there you go. So you can see that's a really nice space to be in as well. So it actually comes with a mattress, you've got uplighters, and you've got windows either side. Yeah, really lovely space up here. So all Hillsides as well come with Everspatcher diesel heating, and the control panel is just here in the just above the cab really. It will run off your diesel tank, so as long as you've got at least quarter of a tank of diesel in your diesel tank, then you can have nice warm heating as well, which is perfect for those kind of, if you're, if you've just got out from surfing in the winter and you're a little bit cold, and you can get it all nice and toasty in here.
You'll be turning that down because
it really does kick out
once
some
they get going, yeah, that's super.
They get boiling, yeah, lovely. So, what do you think of this one then?
In conclusion, Dawn, I think we love this van, don't we? It's just fabulous, just brilliant to look at. You've got these beautiful alloy wheels, you've got a 6-speed manual gearbox. You can travel with 4 people in safety and in comfort with these beautiful leather seats. You can sleep 4 people in this van. In a van this size, you can have a weekend away, no problem at all, or even a month away if you're that lucky. And what do you think about the colour, Dawn?
Oh, that's my favourite colour. I love this colour so much. It's absolutely beautiful.
That bay leaf green is
and
just...
like you said, when you said with the black stitching, you get the green stitching with the black full leather.
Yeah.
It just finishes it off lovely. It's really, really pretty. You get obviously the VW iconic brand, and Hillside are doing the conversion. They've done such a great job with it. The quality's amazing. You get your potty loo, you get your hot water, you get your mattress with the pop-down roof.
Fridge.
Yeah, you can park it anywhere. It's a fantastic size.
It's like an everyday vehicle, actually.
It is an everyday
size
vehicle.
As a saloon car.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's great. And if this van takes your fancy, if it tickles your fancy, this one, come down and see us at Choose Leisure in Canterbury, www.chooseleisure.co.uk to see our current stock.
Yeah, you can keep an eye on perhaps what's going to be coming in on our new stock, because they do these in so many fantastic colours, and so many different kind of options interior wise as well.
We do get the odd used second-hand version of the Hillside, so you're going to come down and grab yourself a bargain, have a chat to the sales team.
Yeah, so you can either purchase a brand new one from us, you could maybe order one.
Being a main dealer.
And speak to the sales guys. I mean, they're here 7 days a week. They really do know their stuff, and they're always happy to help.
Yeah, and don't forget to choose and to subscribe and like to our Choose Leisure Motorhome channel. And in the meantime, Dawn,
carry on camping.